Alright, this is Boxing with the Truth, and I am the Truth. Today's September 5th, 2015. And today we have with us Tyson Cave, the Prince of Holly. How you doing today?
Yo, what up, Boxing World? What's going on?
Well, I appreciate you taking time. I know you got a fight coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just kind of want to go over a few facts for the fans. You are fighting at super bantamweight, right?
That's me.
You are a southpaw. Your pro record is actually 27 wins, 10 knockouts, 3 losses.
Yeah, it should only be 1 loss, but we'll call it that. We can call it what we want.
No, I totally agree with that statement you just made, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. I know you've kind of talked about that quite a bit, but I just want to go over it briefly for the fans. You are out of Halifax, Canada. You did debut in 2006. You've been around the sport for a little while.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm no spring chicken. I'm an oldie, but a goodie.
And actually, I'm going to jump into that in a minute, but I want to talk to you about how did you get involved in boxing to begin with?
You know, that's just a little guy, man. Lots of energy and stuff like that. You know, running in the street. You know where I'm from is not the best place, but I got out of there. You know, I think every kid needs something to do. And I walked into a boxing gym one day, and 2 weeks later, I had my first fight. I won 5 Canadian titles, numerous international titles, and then it was time for me to go pro, and I'm doing my thing there. You know, it's something that come across your path. You know, I mean, everyone's gonna find something that they're great at. They're good at. Boxing was it.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, you are pretty good at it. I mean, I don't know if you still hold all these titles, but I know you had the WBA, NABA Super Bantamweight title, the WBC Continental Americas Super Bantamweight title, the Canadian American Mexican Bantamweight title, and Canadian Super Bantamweight title, right?
Yeah. The only one that I don't have now is the NABA because I fought for that interim title. But you know what I mean? They all know who's still the champ, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm the world champion. You know what I mean? None of these guys are fighting each other. They're all ducking me. They're all scared. They know who the truth is. Tyson Cave is the truth. The Prince is the truth. I'm the true champ.
And let's talk about that because you should be the WBA World Super Bantamweight title. And the reason you're not is personally because of terrible judging, because that had to be one of the biggest robberies I've personally seen on TV. And I mean, Teddy Atlas, I mean, there's video all over how upset he was. Todd Grisham, there's been other commentators that have made remarks versus Oscar Escandon. It was a split decision. I don't even know how it became a split decision because it should have been a majority decision your way. That fight was ridiculous. I mean, not the fight itself. The fight was a great fight. The judges were ridiculous, so let me correct that. And I just wanted, I know you've moved on past it. You've had 3 fights since. You're on a 3-fight win streak since then. But how did you deal with that, with all that when it first came out?
You know, at the end of the day, I was just very, very exhausted and very, very tired. You know, it didn't set into a couple days later. And, you know, I just moved past it. Everyone knows who I am and what I've done. I come from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm just, you know, just a little place on the east coast of Canada. You know, it's not Toronto, it's not Montreal. But, you know, at the end of the day, I show my skills, and they know who I am. They know what I can do. And, you know, at the end of the day, I moved past. Oscar's lost that title since after his first fight, right after me. I'm on a 3-fight winning streak. I'm fighting again in a week for another title for the IBF. I just got ranked by the IBF number 15 from number 5. At the WBA, by the way, Oscar's number 6, so he's behind me, so that makes me feel good. You know what I mean? I'm all about to become a world champion, and by 2015, I should be the world champion.
All right, and now I want to bring up, because this isn't the first robbery you've had. You've kind of had in your career. It seems like, I don't know if it's the boxing community. I don't know if it's the judges, but somebody seems to like have it out for Tyson Cave, man. They just don't. I'm serious. It just seems to be, and I don't know. And I'm not trying to bring a negative light on you, Tyson, at all, because don't I don't want it to seem that way. I have the utmost respect for you, but I want to bring up something, and you tell me if you think that the boxing community is doing this for these reasons. Now, in the past, outside the ring, you've had some law issues. You've had some allegations against you, some alleged assault charges, things like that. Do you think because of those things outside the ring, do you think that is reflecting on your career in the ring, and do you think people are judging your fights based on that stuff?
No, listen. Let me tell you something. Boxers, I'm not the first guy to be getting in trouble on allegations against, but I think it's corruption in boxing. And like I said, these things are going to keep happening unless we get guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao's, the Peter Quillins. We need to get a board that is on not the promoters. No, we need to get the government or somebody involved to have this stuff stopped. Because at the end of the day, these people, they don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand what they're doing to guys like me. Like, they're taking money, not just from me, they're taking money from my family and stuff like that. It's corruption. They thought that Oscar, no one gave me a chance. Who knew who Tyson Cave was before the Escandon fight? No one. They knew that he had a good record. Oh, yeah, he's probably been padded. Now he's fighting the number one guy in the WBA and super bantamweight. We know that we're bringing Cave to lose. Oh, shit. Tyson Cave can fight. Tyson Cave is fast. Tyson Cave is pretty. Tyson Cave is one of the best. Shit. But all their money's invested into that guy. I had no money invested into me then. It was all on him. So now they're thinking, shit, there goes the money down the tube. There's the money going down the tube. You know what I mean? So now I got to fight my way back. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fighting my way back.
Okay, now let me ask you something, because I know some commentators like this, some fans like it, some don't. You have an awkward style, which some people like, some people don't. It makes for an interesting fight, and like you said, you're out there fighting. You don't jump around. I mean, you do jump around, but you're in your opponent's face. I mean, you clown around, but you fight. You come to fight, and that's what makes fights exciting. You don't. And I want to know, have you ever been compared to Prince Nassim Hamed? Because that's who I see you kind of like. You can fight, but you like to clown around.
Everyone does, you know what I mean? Everyone does. But, people say, oh, you got to do this more. The promoter, maybe you should do this. No, who's to tell me? Did they want me to get hit? I'm not getting hit for no one. I got to go home to my kid the next day. I got to walk my kid to school on Monday. How am I going to do that with face full of stitches, black eyes, and all that type of shit? I'm just always going to keep doing me. Till someone can dominate me, no one's going to tell me what to do. No one. Because they're not even Santa Cruz. None of them guys, all them guys know Santa Cruz. I'm the guy calling out. No one's calling out Rigondeaux. Look at my interviews. Rigondeaux. Put it right here on the box. Right here in this interview. Rigondeaux, I'm waiting for you. Carl Frampton, he knows that he gets whooped. Santa Cruz knows he gets whooped. Scott Quigg, he sure don't want none of me. Because I offered to fight him. They offered me $25,000. And that's an insult. And I still said, yes, I'll fight for a world title for $25,000. That's how confident I am. Because they don't know. You cannot beat someone that you cannot hit. Don't matter. It doesn't matter in a fight. If I hit you twice in a round, you don't hit me once, I win that damn round. That's the art of boxing. That's what we forgot all about this. That is boxing.
No, I agree with you. And that's why I brought up Prince Nassim Hamed, because he seemed back in the day to get the same type of reaction that you get. You either love Tyson Cave or you don't love Tyson Cave.
You're always going to buy tickets away. They always keep buying the tickets. You know what I mean? My last fight with Escandon in Canada, I had one of the biggest, highest TSN ratings there was in the last 25 years since Kirk Johnson fought. So, you know what I mean? I know that I'm doing something right. They can keep trying to push me down, but I'm still here. I'm still winning.
And speaking of that, let's promote your next fight right now. It's on actually on Premier Boxing Champions. It's going to be it's September 11th, 2015. You're actually facing Walberto Ramos.
Yeah.
23-7-2. Now he's coming off a knockout loss, and it's on Spike at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it's actually on the undercard of Adonis Stevenson versus Tommy Karpency. Also, you got say that again.
Buddy, man. I mean, Stevenson's my boy, man. Shout out to the Superman. I grew up boxing with him. I just got back from Toronto. Me and him were doing some promotion stuff out there. He's a great friend of mine. He's great for the sport. Adonis Stevenson, all the way, guys. He's another guy that lived in the shadow of Jean Pascal and Butte and all them, and then they gave him a shot. And look at him now; he's the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. So big up to Stevenson, man. He's a great friend of mine, and I just finished having dinner with him the other day, and he said, "You know what?" He said, "You're going to be the undisputed champion someday, just like I told him you will." So big up to Adonis Stevenson, Premier Boxing. Check us out that night.
Now, also on that card is the Canadian heavyweight champion Dylan Carmen, and he's actually facing veteran Razor Ruddock, who's an unbelievable fighter as well. So, I mean, there's some great fights on this card. But now you just mentioned...
You got Earl Spencer. This is probably the last time Earl Spencer will ever fight on the undercard. He's probably the next truth of boxing. You got the Castillo Clayton, Olympian from Canada. You've got some really good. You got Jojo Dan on there. You know, this is a great card for Canada and a great card for boxing that night.
Now, you just also mentioned that this is actually for a title now, this fight, right?
Yeah, it's for the IBF International title. The IBF has seen my skills, and they think that me and Carl France will be a good fight. So, you know, hopefully I'm number 15th right now in the IBF. If when I win this, they say they're going to put me to number 5, hopefully in the top 5. So, you know, just stay tuned. Me and Frampton real soon. And I think that of all the guys, I think Frampton will be the one to fight me and give Tyson Cave a shot. So big ups to Carl Frampton. He's a great fighter. But at the end of the day, I come to whoop that ass.
Okay, so now what do you know about your opponent?
Nothing. I don't watch tape. The thing is about me is I'm always going to be myself. Who knows what I'm going to do? So why do I care what he's going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Straight up. I don't know what I'm going to do in this fight. I know that I'm in shape. I know my weight's down. I got to weigh in. When the bell rings, we're going to see what happens. But most of the time, actually all the time, I win. So that's all I know is I'm going to win.
Okay. So now, do you have any superstitions or habits that you do before a fight?
Get some good food in me and kiss my daughter goodbye. Sure, that's about it, brother. And just get in the ring and fight. I'm a simple kind of guy. You know what I mean? I don't wear blue and red and all that type of crap. You know what I mean? Superstition's just going to get you in trouble.
Okay, so for the fans that aren't familiar with you, like you said, all of a sudden you supposedly just blew up after the last debacle robbery fight there. Why should they tune in, or why should they come out and watch you fight?
Yeah, I'm an entertaining guy. I always like to have fun. If you want to watch some interesting boxing, watch the Prince of Halley, Halifax, Nova Scotia. And one day you can say that you watched the future world champion, because I will be the undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world very, very soon.
Okay, now I would ask you if you're a silent fighter and do your business in the ring, or if you like to trash talk. But I kind of already know that you do some trash talking, and I don't personally think you do it to be offensive. I think you do it because you're an entertainer, right?
I like messing with these guys. These guys, some people are so serious about it, and that's one of the keys to my success is that I have fun. You know what I mean? I don't get rude with people. I don't talk about people's kids or their mothers or nothing like that. I just talk about them and get them upset. Because when they're upset, they can't fight properly. And that's what I do. If you let me get under your skin, then that's your problem, not mine. I'm going to do it to you regardless. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I have respect for anybody who gets in the ring, no matter who you are, no matter what your record is. Doesn't matter. I have respect for anyone who steps in that square circle and puts their life on the line, because at the end of the day, it's a very dangerous job to do.
So is there anybody in your life that inspires you inside and outside the ring?
My fiance and my daughter, man, my father, my family. I do this for them, and hopefully, you know, I'll become world champion someday. The biggest thing is I know that I tried, and I'm always in shape, and I'm always ready to go, and that's the best thing I can do for them.
So if you weren't a pro boxer, Tyson, what type of profession do you think you'd be in?
Probably be a doctor or a surgeon. Fuck, man, I don't know what I'd be. I don't know, man. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. If God has gave me this plan, all I know is boxing. That's what I do. That's one thing that I do know. I know how to fight. I don't know what I would be doing.
Okay, so tell me something that your boxing fans don't know about you.
I love to watch documentaries. I love to play. I love Jeopardy. You know what I mean? I'm one of them type of guys. All my friends say, "Holy shit, I know a bunch of pointless shit." That's from watching documentaries and stuff like that. Kind of like a nerd kind of thing.
Okay, so to this point, how would you sum up your career?
It's going the way that the man upstairs has planned it out for me, and hopefully it ends good. and ends with a world title. I got more than enough belts. I'm only after one more belt now, and that's the World Championship. And hopefully he blesses me with that someday.
Okay. And I just seen that you like to know a lot of useless stuff. I just want to give you this fact that I dug up. Actually, here in Minnesota in Fillmore County, there's actually a place that you can go. It's a tourist place. It's called Tyson Spring Cave.
There you go. I like that. I got to come to Minnesota. I got a lot of boys up there. Johnny Hoffman, Nassim Hoffman, all them guys. I fought a lot of guys from Minnesota. Superman from out there. I got to come there someday. Hopefully I get blessed to fight this.
Were you just talking about Antoine Robinson when you just said Superman?
Yeah, I knocked his ass out. He got lippy. He got lippy. What's up, Anton, baby? You know Tyson Cave loves you. He got lippy that day, so he had to take a shot.
So, give me what would you tell a boxer that came into the gym? Because, like I said, you've had a lot of ups and downs in this sport, a lot of criticism. If a new guy came in the gym and wanted to be a boxer, what type of advice would you give him?
Hard work, dedication, like Mayweather said. If you're not going to give your all to the sport, don't do it. I'm not saying like you have to like put your job right there, but I'm saying if you're not going to give everything that you have to the sport, then don't do it, because it's a brutal sport, and you have to have thick skin to be in this sport, and that's why some guys don't make it. There's a lot of talented guys out there who don't do nothing with it because of robberies, because of not training. This is a brutal sport, as you know. You're boxing. It's a hard way to make a living, and if you're not prepared 100%, 110%, it's not going to be good for you.
So, seeing that you're a southpaw, do you think that being a southpaw has helped you in this sport or hindered you?
I don't know. I think if I was orthodox, I'd be fighting the same crazy way that I am now. Who knows?
Okay, so give me one of your favorite memories in boxing so far.
My last fight about last month, my little girl, she's 5 years old, just started school. She got to walk me down to the ring with me. That's probably one of my biggest memories. She was so excited, and she's been waiting. She grew up in the gym, my little girl, Laney Ray, and she finally got to come see her daddy fight, and she was so happy. Just me and her walking to the ring, her head bobbing, her hands in the air. This is my daddy. That's probably the biggest moment of my boxing career.
All right, that's pretty cool. Well, one more time, I want to promote the fight September 11th, 2015, on the undercard of Adonis Stevenson versus Tommy Karpency. Tyson Cave is facing Walberto Ramos. He's 23-7-2. Tyson is 27-3. This will be an exciting fight. You don't want to miss this. Like Tyson said, he doesn't even know what he's going to do in the ring when you get in there. So you definitely want to tune into this. I mean, he could give you a little show, a little dance, and then a knockout. Or he could just stand in there and tee off on the guy. You never know what's going to happen with Tyson. So he will definitely give you your money's worth. And like you said, Earl Spence is on this card. Dylan Carmen, Razor Ruddock, Adonis Stevenson. There's so many talented fighters on this card, so definitely tune in and watch these guys fight. Tyson, it's been a pleasure doing an interview with you. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time.
Can't wait for the next one, guys. Big up to everyone from Team Cave, and thank you again. Anytime you want to chat, just give me a ding.
Well, listen, I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your fans and your supporters, and tell them to come out to this fight and watch you.
Hey guys, September 11th, the Prince is back in the building. I want to thank everybody who's ever supported me. It's a big night for us. It's a big night for boxing, big night for Canada. And, hey, Laney Ray, I love you. Let's go. Let's get it. September 11th.
All right, and the truth has spoken.